This is a video review of Hawk Saber from the Brave Fighter of Legend, Da-Garn! What's that? I couldn't quite hear that. You're saying there's an awesome-looking robot behind him? No, I don't see anything back there. Sky Saber's his name? No, doesn't ring a bell. Not at all. That robot there that you say is there combines with this guy to form a guy named Pegasus Saber who's completely awesome? No, don't know anything about that. This is just about Hawk Saber. I'm kidding, you know. I am going to show how it combines with Hawk Saber, and it's going to be awesome. So I'll put Sky Saber off to the side, and we'll just look at Hawk Saber for the moment. He also comes with this little guy. I'm not going to say anything about it because there's nothing to say. It's the last time you'll ever see that figure again. I mean, I suppose I could turn into a mascot, but there's no real reason. I don't need a mascot. Anyway, Hawk Saber. Not a great figure by himself. He's a parts former. The Hawk mode itself isn't very good. Like, the tail is so low on the body, it looks weird. He's very wide. You can fix that by pulling these off, by the way, but there's just no reason to own this guy unless you own Sky Saber, in which case the only reason to own this guy is to make Pegasus Saber. For what he is, he's not bad. It's just he's obviously a mule for parts and nothing else. To transform this guy, we're going to take him completely apart. Well, almost completely apart. The wings kind of stay together on this section up here. And you do fold these things apart, and you don't open this up just yet. Anyway, you pop these out to the side. Fold out his arms. You take these, and these combine into the body the same way that Shuttle Saber's legs combine into Sky Saber. So you got that, then you get this. This will go into his crotch and then angle into his chest. And then you will take the wing section and put it on, because the way that the wing section worked is that it was originally plugged in on this side, now it's just going the other way around. And you think that's his head? Head's actually kind of neat, although it doesn't work very well. The way it works is that you fold down his head in here, and it's this translucent bit, this green translucent bit, so his entire head is a light piping, and then you fold the Hawk bit down, and you can barely make out any detail on that. But anyway, this is Hawk Saber. Yeah. Nothing I can really say that will give you a better or worse impression of him than just what you're seeing here. For articulation, the arms move in and out on this weird joint. They don't rotate or anything, and then you get an elbow. And the arms will sometimes just lock into place with these clips that were used to hold the legs into the Hawk mode. So, I guess it's nice that he transforms. I almost think it would have been better if they had just sold an armor set to go with Sky Saber. I mean, at least this way it does work on its own, so it's not bad, but that's it. Okay, now to get into Pegasus Saber. We're going to take this guy basically completely apart as much as we can. Fold this stuff up, fold this back, pop this off, 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 put these back to the side, open this up, pop this out, and this is actually a very cool looking head. And now we've got a pile of parts, and we're going to have to start doing stuff with it. So we'll take the head, pop up the Hawk part, fold up his normal head, pop it up here, bring it around, and plug it into this area here. This will be the chest. Take the head, pop it into here, and that's all we need to do with this. We'll take these bits here, and this is called Pegasus Saber, so guess what this part is? Yay, it's a hoof! Pop this out here, and we got another one. Put these off to the side. Then we'll take this, pop it into here as the tail. Then we'll take these, and we will pop them together. They'll form a weapon, a bow and arrow. And that's all we can do with just the Pegasus Saber parts. We'll put them off to the side, and we'll start preparing Sky Saber. So with Sky Saber, what we need to do is we need to take off the chest, we need to fold back the head, and we need to take off Shuttle Saber completely from the legs. Come off. Come off. Which is easier said than done. These are ludicrously strong connection joints there. And this is what we're doing to prepare Sky Saber. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this chest bit here, and it's not going to plug in down here, it's going to plug in onto these holes here. So it's going to come down like this. And it's a little bit hard getting a grip on Sky Saber here because you can't grip here, you can't grip on the legs, you can't grip on the sides. You just gotta press from the bottom and the top. And here you get the new chest, which looks awesome, by the way. Then you'll take the horse legs, and you'll plug them into the bottom the same way that you plugged in Shuttle Saber, like this. And then you will take the wings over here, and these will plug into the back like this, on these little pegs. And excuse me if I'm, or upside down, excuse me if I get a little bit sloppy with this, because this stuff is starting to get a little bit heavy, and I'm only going to have to hold up more. So we put up one wing. Now we're doing the other one, like this, and you can arrange the wings however you want. Then we will take this bit right here, and we will slide it into his legs. His legs here will sit into a cradle right here, his pelvis area. It doesn't lock in very well, but normally it won't be a problem. And even though it doesn't lock in very well, it's hard to take out because it kind of jams when you take it out. So the clipping mechanism is very weak, but it does stay in pretty well. Put this back on. Then we'll come here, we'll take this. We will plug it into the back to fill in this gap, and then we'll fold this over, fold up these wings, push this back in to make sure it doesn't come out. And then the last thing I'll need to do that will require me to hold it is plugging in the Shuttle Saber bits. So plug this one in right here, and it's the same kind of plug as before. And again, ludicrously tight. And here, basically, is Pegasus Saber. It is a bit of a chore to do, but the end result is awesome. You can put in his bow and arrow into his hand like this. Get in there. And, I don't know, this is just awesome. And if you want to give him his back legs a more natural stance, you can untab them from the side, and they'll stand just fine. Make them, because otherwise he's just sort of static there, so his normal legs spread out a little bit, his back legs spread out a little bit, and he's just awesome. He looks great. It's great that you can make him look so natural with how his legs stand. If I had any complaint about him, it's that he looks kind of messy. And he's not actually that messy, but there are a lot of colors, a lot of things going on because of how many different sets go into this. Overall, he's not that much different than Sky Saber was, except that he gets back legs, but I just showed you all the posability that you get, which you're not really supposed to use opposability in the first place. You actually do get a head articulation this time. And really, this is just an awesome shelf piece. The more this is one of those figures where the more that you add on to it, the less you can do with it because it's so big and chunky and parts will start falling off. It stays together very well, but like this tail bit here will come off, and there's nothing you can do with it except to put it there. And other parts, I mean, he is a solid figure, don't get me wrong. It's just that he's big, he's heavy, and you can knock off parts if you're not careful. So, I like this guy's great shelf piece. Putting together and taking them apart is a lot of fun. The components are all great. Hawk Saber's the weakest, but considering that he's doing this, I can forgive him all of his weaknesses. Jet Saber being weak, I established that when I did the Sky Saber review, is okay because you get this. Jumbo Saber being awesome is even better because of this. Shell Saber being awesome is even better because of this. It's just a great figure. I love Brave stuff. I'll try and give you a better view because I know he's not fitting into the camera very well, and it's just kind of a splash of camera of color, but he's great. I love this guy. One thing that does kind of suck about this is that because these are Sonicon releases, that the stickers are awful. I mean, they work, but on curved surfaces, one thing that Sonicon stickers are renowned for is that if you try and put them on a curved surface, they'll start peeling away. if you look right here on this sticker, it curves around on this bit here, and sorry for the glare on the chrome, but what I did to make sure it would say is I cut a line along that edge there so that the sticker wouldn't be inclined to curve. So it's more like 2 stickers now after I cut it, and that has helped a lot on Sonokong stickers. Just doing that when I can helps keep the stickers from peeling. So that's one, if you do get this and you want the stickers to work well, that's the best advice I can give, is where you can cut them to prevent them from pulling back onto each other, keep them from peeling, do that. And if you need to also, you might try using super glue, but that's asking for a mess. But yeah, anyway, this has been a video review of Hawk Saber and Pegasus Saber. If you have Sky Saber, Hawk Saber is definitely a buy, Pegasus Saber is definitely a buy. Hawk Saber is, by the way, also really cheap. Like, I got Hawk Saber for $20 shipped, and that is, and most of that's just because he's worthless by his own. But all this together is great. I love Pegasus Saber, and it's just great, so I highly recommend it. Anyway, I reviewed Transformers, Power Rangers, Digimon, Macross figures, Brave figures, lots of stuff like that. If any of that sounds interesting, please subscribe. I've got some links down below, a Facebook page, and some playlists. Check those out, and thank you for watching.